everybody. Thanks for stopping by. Our plan today is to work on hip mobility. We're going to do a little bit of standing stuff, a little bit of standing stretch, and then we're going to head over and lay down in bed and finish off with some stretching in bed. So let's get ready. All you need for now is something to hold on to. So I'm using my banister. All right. And just like everything, we want to start with our whole body lined up properly. So feet pointed straight ahead, right? Abs are zipped, shoulders are back and down, and then we feel the string on the crown of our head. Imagine ourselves being pulled up, growing taller, and then last, we want to tuck our chin a little, right? Keep the back of the neck long. Okay, we're going to just start nice and easy, shifting our weight to the inside foot, and then here comes the outside leg. We're going out and in, right? No problem, I can do this one. Here's the catch. We want to make ourselves a little bit pigeon-toed. I'm exaggerating, right? But the tendency is going to be for our quad to lead the way and our foot to turn out. So we have to think, push the heel out first, right? And that's going to put the focus back on the muscles we want to work, our abductors. And just for fun, if you've got a free hand, put it in your back pocket, and as you push your heel away, you're going to feel the work going on. It's kind of cool. Oh, wait, how's the standing leg doing? Hold on. Try to lift out of your standing hip, because the standing leg is the one that's doing the heavy lifting. It has to hold up our body. And then if you're really going for it, you could go hands-free if you want to make it a balance exercise. Your call. All right, let's do a couple more here. I wasn't really keeping count. I'm going to say that was 20, 25. A good rule of thumb is, when are you too tired to stand, right? And that's enough. Okay, so let's bring it back down. Take a little shake out if you need it. Just one more standing on this foot. All right, so grow tall, shifting the weight, belly button over the standing foot, flexed foot, turned in a little bit, and we're going to draw little tennis balls. Right? Now, if you're doing okay, you can draw bigger tennis balls. You can draw beach balls, whatever. You make a circle where it's difficult but manageable, and you just start to get that mobility going. Whatever feels, again, interesting, a little difficult but not bad. And yeah, your standing leg is going to get tired first, and that's okay. All right, let's try to keep growing tall. Let's try to keep our abs zipped up. Try to relax our shoulders down, and then if you're having a big day, maybe you go hands-free, right? Okay, let's reverse directions. And pressing into your standing foot. Abs are zipped. Oh yeah, exhale. Exhale loudly. When things are getting dicey, exhale and imagine you're exhaling the discomfort out of the standing joints. Let's do a few more here. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, zip the abs. All right, and let's call it. Okay, same foot that was working is going to step backwards now. We're going to do a little calf stretch, then a little hip flexor stretch. The calf stretch, you're just going to step back, push your heel down, grow tall until you feel it in your calf. But here's the trick. Most of us, our foot's going to naturally turn out because we feel more stable that way. It's just what it does. But not today. Today we're going to keep it parallel. And if that means that you can't step back very far, that is fine. It's more important to keep the toes pointed straight ahead because that's going to not mess up our knee. And that's really the most important thing. So once you've got that, let's just go through our thing, right? Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, imagine softening and lengthening the muscles that feel a little sticky. Might be your calf, right? Might be your shoulders, who knows? And we'll hang out here for a few more seconds. And by a few, I think I mean like 15. Oh, here's another good one. Imagine you're pushing your heel down into the ground and try to lift up the ball of your foot, your stretching foot, right? And that's gonna really help push into the heel and get a more active stretch through the calf. All right, let's do a few more breaths. Again, if you're doing okay, right? We could do this without arms, make it a little balance exercise, but you don't have to, right? That's just an added bonus. All right, let's do one more big breath. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, pressing the back foot down. Quick check, make sure they're still parallel. They are. Let's zip up the abs. All right, let's give it a quick shake out. One more on this side. So the same foot that was outside now. We're gonna step back, parallel. Now we lift the back heel. So you're on one foot and one tippy toe. Again, you can go hands-free for balance, but you don't have to. And then we're just gonna bend that back knee, push it down, and imagine you're trying to tuck your tushy under. And we wanna feel the stretch from like your hip bone, your front pocket, your hip flexor area, all the way down to your knee. So hip flexor and quad. And you'll mess around with this to get to the point where it feels good for you. Now the weird thing, again, is the more you tuck your tushy and kind of clench your glute, the more you're gonna push the hip flexor forward and get that length. It's also very important that that foot stay parallel, and that means you gotta lift your heel up a lot. Shoulders down. And if you have difficulties with foot mobility, I have another video, I'll link to it in the notes, that focuses on foot and ankle mobility. So once you've got the mobility over there, it's gonna be easier to do these stretches. All right, let's inhale, grow tall. Exhale, relax the shoulders. See if you can drop your tailbone a little bit more, tucking the tushy under. Feel the length, right? Imagine your quad is just like softening. And this again, you'll hold it, you know, as long as it feels interesting. I'm gonna say minimum 30 seconds, right? We're gonna shoot for a whole minute on this one. Yeah. And again, while you're there, you can move your arms, make it a balance exercise, whatever feels good. All right, I'm gonna go a little bit deeper because I'm feeling things start to move. So I'm gonna slide my foot back a little bit. I'm gonna drop my knees, drop my tail a little bit more, tuck a little bit more, lift a little bit more. Oh, cool. Okay, now it's really going. If you're with me, if your body's starting to be like, I'm comfortable here, I trust you. You could, same arm as leg, you could take the arm up. And that, again, is just gonna give it a little bit more pull where your leg plugs into your hip. This is optional, right? But if you're feeling good, let's do it. All right, let's try 2 or 3 more breaths. Again, you monitor what is appropriate for you, right? My times are approximate, and every day is gonna be different, right? Some days you're gonna need more time to get there. Other days you're pressed for time and you can just kind of fast forward. All right, one more big breath. And as we exhale, let's bring ourselves back to center. Okay, and then let's turn around. We'll take it on the other side. Hey, we have everybody turned around, right? We're on the other foot. Okay, lined up, grow tall, shifting your belly button over the shoelaces of your standing foot, and we just start to go out and in again, right? Being careful to kind of rotate internally. Let your heel lead the way. And if you're having a good balance day, you can go hands-free. You don't have to, right? That's just extra side effect. That's not necessarily our goal today. Today, it's that hip mobility and range of motion, as well as the strength, right? So we're strengthening the standing leg, working on the range of motion of the moving leg. All right, and when in doubt, inhale, grow tall. Exhale, zip the abs. And there we have it. Cool, we're gonna do a few more. Oh, and here's another thing, right? If you like what we're doing, or maybe you don't like it, but you know it's good for you, subscribe. It helps other people find the class. All right, let's do 3 or 4 more. Again, inhale, grow tall. Exhale, relax the shoulders down. Right, if your standing leg feels a little tired, for some reason the second side is always harder, you're not alone. Still try to float out of that hip. All right, let's try 2 more good ones. And again, feeling frisky, go hands-free, but you don't have to. And release it. Okay, give it a quick shake out. Now we have to draw those circles. So, standing foot straight ahead. Abs zipped, crown tall. We shift. And again, we internally rotate our leg a little, right? Just so we look a little bit pigeon-toed, just a little. And that's gonna help, again, your glutes do the work and settle down your quads, because your quads are fine. They don't need to do anything today. All right, and we start out with tennis balls. And then as your range of motion allows, and as space allows, you go as big as you want. Again, inhale, grow tall. Exhale, relax the shoulders. Belly button to spine. Trying to float out of that standing hip, especially if it's starting to feel tired. Right? It's tempting to sink, but try to grow. Another good one, imagine someone really good, doesn't have to be your partner, no one knows. Imagine they have their hands around your waist, right? Yeah, so we pull in and lift up. All right, let's reverse, let's go the other way. Ooh, quick shake out. If you need to shake out, do a quickie. Okay, then lift it all up, and which direction were we going? Oh darn, I think I switched. Anyway, circles the other direction. Oh, and your foot, it can be pointed. I prefer flexed because it helps me, again, keep it internally rotated. If it's pointed, you get a little like ballet-ish, and that's not what we're going for today. So pushing through the heel, internally rotated, and then if you've got a free hand, right, take it in your back pocket, feel the muscles doing their job. And then if you're going for it again, you could do hands free. You don't have to, right? That's just icing on the cake. All right, grow tall. Let's do 3 and 2. Remember, if it is unpleasant in a good way, we power through. If it's unpleasant in a bad way, take a break, shake it out, do what you need to do. All right, let's stretch now. Again, parallel feet. We step back into your stride, your lunge, and then we lift up and we push into our heel. And we double check, like every 2 seconds, make sure that foot's not trying to turn out, because that's when we start to put pressure on our knee and we lose the calf stretch, right? So we risk our knee and we don't even get the stretch we wanted. All right, let's try to push our heel down. Imagine lifting up the ball of your back foot. That's gonna help, again, activate that push through the heel. Lengthening. Ooh, tucking the chin, keep the back of our neck long. Allowing the shoulder blades to drop down into your back pockets. And if you want to make it a little bit of a balance exercise, right? With mono hands. Engaging the inner thighs and lifting up the pelvic floor. Always a good idea, no matter what you're doing. All right. And let's think again, right? Imagine your crown is going way up high to the sky and you're pushing your back heel down, down, through the floor, right? Through the earth. So you're just pulling yourself apart in a good way. And belly button to spine. Let's do 3 more big breaths here. Again, we use the exhale to soften and relax the body parts that are uncomfortable, the body parts that feel tight, right? So much imagination work. Inhale, lifting the chest. Exhale, dropping the tail. All right, let's switch it up. We're going for hip flexor and quad now. So same foot that was working all the time, right? We step back on the ball of our foot. Again, and if your ankle mobility isn't there, you just keep it little. Also, we're gonna do an alternative when we go and lay down. So if this is just not happening, just skip forward and I'll meet you on your bed in a minute. Okay, but if you're doing okay, right? Heel up, foot parallel. It's gonna try to turn out. We're not having that. And then we drop the knee, drop the tail, give the tushy a little squeeze. Right? We lengthen. And then we just try to imagine from your hip bone all the way down to your knee. Just think longer, a little more relaxed. And then we keep tucking the tail under. Give your tushy a good solid squeeze to really lengthen through the hip flexor. Again, going to that place where it feels a little uncomfortable, but like a good uncomfortable. You know, sharpshooting pain is never on the menu. All right, inhale tall. Exhaling, I'm going to adjust my stance because again, things are starting to loosen up. I can feel it moving, so I'm going to take a wider stance. I'm going to drop my knee a little bit more, tuck the tail. Again, from your hip bone down to your knee. That's where we're trying to get longer. So you stand however you need to feel that length. And if it's just not working standing, we have a laying down alternative. And again, if you're bored, right? Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, zip. Same deal. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, drop the shoulders. Let's do 3 more breaths, and then we will adjourn to something more comfortable that we can relax into a little bit more. Good. Shoulder blades together. Think of a big, broad collarbone. All right. And when you're ready, let's give it a nice little shake out. Okay. And then Let's go find someplace pleasant where you can lay down. I'm going to use my guest bed and we'll do some more pleasant stretches. All right, see you in a sec. All right, we're still in it. So we did our hard work, our standing balance and mobility. Now we get to stretch. Now I want to apologize in advance. It's kind of a goofy angle, but for what we're doing today, I think it's going to be the most helpful. All right, so we're on our bed or your couch or the floor, anywhere that you've got space, and we're going to do our hip openers. So starting with the original, the classic figure four. So I'm going to take right ankle and I'm going to cross it over my left shoelaces. And that's a good starting point. If that feels okay, we're going to do it across our left quad, right? So we make our figure four. Now here's the deal. Make sure you can circle your foot around. We want our ankle to be crossed on our quad, not our foot, because that puts stress on our knee and like, what's the point of that, you know? So let's go high on the ankle. And now we hang out and breathe. If you're doing okay and things are working, we can go bigger. We can lift up the left foot, take our hands through the left hamstring, and then gently, gently, gently draw the right foot towards the left shoulder. So we want to imagine the shin and the collarbone being like parallel lines. And now this is a big one. As much as you can now, just hang out and let gravity do the work, right? So as always, we're going to inhale to lengthen our spine. And then as we exhale, we're just going to try to relax our body, soften the body parts that feel tight. Hopefully it's the back of the right thigh. That's what we're trying to get at. And we just hang out and do nothing and let time pass. And, to occupy ourselves, let's just focus on our breathing for a little bit. Right? So we're going to inhale, feel your back expanding into the bed, right? Imagine you're breathing all the way down to your pockets. And then as you exhale, we're going to think of our whole body just releasing, relaxing, right? Let your shoulders sink into the mattress. Again, let your shin come closer to your collarbone, but not pulling it, not forcing anything, just gently. And we'll hang out. Let's do 3 more breaths here. And yeah, this is the hard part of stretching. It's just the waiting. So, we could circle our feet if you want to multitask it. That could be fun. All right, last one, big inhale. All right, and then we're back to the center. So transition, both feet on the ground or both feet on the bed or wherever you are. And then let's gently let the knees gently drop, and then let's bring them back up. Let's do a few of these. We'll just call these little butterflies, right? Flapping our wings. Everyone going at your own range of motion, right? You go to where it feels interesting in the inner thighs, but in a good way, a good interesting. And also for fun, as you're drawing the knees back up, take your hands on your inner thighs, and as you feel that change, right? You feel your muscles do their work, and that's always fun, I think. All right, let's do the other side. So same deal, left foot. We can turn the knee out, put the foot across the top of the right foot. That might be as far as your body goes today, right? We could do left ankle cross to the right quad. Now, if you're anything like me, you're going to notice a difference. This side is not as flexible as the other side. So this one's going to feel different. It's going to look different. And the key is to just find that place where your body feels, again, mainly good, but you feel a little bit of pulling, a little bit of sensation, but nothing super unpleasant, right? Nothing that you can't relax through. Yeah, this doesn't have to be terrible. And again, once you're here, to pass the time, we can do our big breathing, right? And really focus on the exhales. Like there's just this wave of relax just flowing over us, right? Let your body sink into the bed or the couch, wherever you are. And then especially imagine relaxing the area where your legs connect to your pelvis, right? It's a lot of imagination games. Let's do a few more big breaths, right? And even though we're laying down, as we inhale, we want to try to lengthen the crown of our head, right? I know it's weird when you're laying down, but we'll try. We could circle our feet around. We could wiggle our toes. All right, let's do 1 or 2 more big breaths. Ooh, let's relax our faces. Make sure they're relaxed too. All right. Okay, it's flipping over time. All right, so we're turning to our bellies. And this next one is gonna be, I don't know, weird, unpleasant. Let's say it's optional. You do not have to do it. All right, but we'll try it. Okay, let's just bend one knee and push your heel up high to the sky. And that's it. That is all that has to happen. If you're doing okay, you could maybe, I don't know, do you grab that ankle? Can you grab that ankle? You don't have to, right? But if you're like, oh no, it feels kind of good when I go a little further, right? Grab your trusty towel. We're gonna wrap it around our ankle, not foot. All right, and then try to come back without losing it. And we'll call this our arm extender, right? So we've got the towel around the ankle. Okay, I think we're set. And now we're gonna gently, gently, gently pull, just gently the heel towards the glute. And then at the same time, there's a lot to think about. Imagine you've got like a tennis ball between your knees. So we don't want our knees to splay out to the side, right? We wanna keep them in line with our hips. And then even though we're in bed and we're theoretically kind of comfortable, we still want to pull the belly button up to the spine, right? Inhale to lengthen through the crown. And then finally, exhale and try to relax the body parts that feel stuck. Here's the 2 body parts to watch out for on this one. Low back and your knee. If either one of them is saying a word, make it littler, ease off. Because we're not trying to mess with our low backs or our knees. None of that. In fact, I think that's enough time on this side for our quads. Let's do the other one. So, same deal. Inhale, get long, and then we bend the other knee. We flex the foot, we push the heel high to the sky. We try to kind of push our tushy down into the mattress. And if this is okay, you could maybe reach back, grab the foot. But if that's a stretch, right? If your arms aren't long enough, use your towel, right? Our arm extender. And let that help you along. Yeah, and again, I said wrap your ankle. I guess you could wrap your shin, whatever gets you to that place where you can gently pull without putting stress on your low back, without your knee feeling funny, still keeping your knees in line with your hips. That's key. Again, we don't want them to splay out wide to the side. We want to keep everything straight, just like when we stand up. And then let's do a few big breaths. Lengthening through the crown as we inhale. And then imagine like you've got, think like heavy butt, right? Let your tushy sink down to the mattress. Just like when we were standing again. Give your tushy a little strength, and that's going to help us get a better stretch. Let's do 1 more big breath just for fun, just because we're here. Again, using the exhale to let everything relax. And then I think we're gonna call it. So let's let go of this, and then gently we'll roll onto one side. We'll bend the knees, right? And as you exhale, we're gonna zip up the abs, push ourselves up and away from the mattress, and here we are, good to go for our day. So thank you for hanging out till the end. I know that was a long one, but I promise you, your hips are gonna thank you. If you had any questions, please drop them in the comments. Otherwise, thanks so much for hanging out, and we'll see you next time. Bye.